celebration that I hear. This is my second time to Wisconsin, and I have to tell you guys something. I love your cheese curds. I love your beer. I love your fighting spirit. I love it. I love your governor. I love your lieutenant governor. And I love your 4 state lawmakers that are standing up to the machine. God bless them. It's an honor to be here today. And I have to tell you, there is a great man who would be here today if he could. 1 year ago, one of my very dear friends, my mentor, my boss, Andrew Breitbart, was in Madison. And he spoke. He was there with Sarah Palin. He was there with Herman Cain. He was there with so many of you as thousands of progressive labor guys and gals marched all around the Capitol screaming, chanting, yelling at them, yelling all kinds of nasty stuff. And he stood up and he helped bring national attention to your fight. You guys inspired him. You inspire me. You inspire all of us. And Breitbart is still here in Wisconsin today. We across the nation have been watching you here in Wisconsin. And I may have only been here for the second time today, but I feel like I know your politics and those who are representing you intimately. I've been watching your fight. I've seen everything that you've been going through. You know how you hear from the left, how they get out there in the street and they chant, "The whole world is watching! The whole world is watching!" The whole world is watching. The whole world saw what happened in 2010. They saw what these folks did to your Capitol building, what they've done to your budget, what they've done to your jobs, what they've done to education, what they've tried to do to liberty here in Wisconsin. The whole world is watching, and they saw it, all of it. And now they're coming here to help. They heard your SOS, and everyone is coming to help. All of this began because you have some out-of-state union bosses that want to exploit the working man. I want to say something because I know this is going to be online and I know that there's media here and all of that. Public sector union members aren't our enemies, but the bosses, in my opinion, are. These are out-of-state union fat cats who make 6 figures while they glean cash money off the paychecks of the working families so they can do what? Donate to candidates who vote against your best interest. Has anybody asked Jimmy Hoffa Jr. what he makes? You know he doesn't use coupons when he's out shopping. You know he don't buy generic, but we do. It is a war on working families perpetuated by union bosses and the Democrat Party. These bosses and these far left socialist party members have tried to convince workers that they have the right to hold their neighbor hostage, that they have the right for politicians and bosses to make promises with your all's money when we're all broke. And they tell them that it's a right. They screw everybody in the process. And then they try to blame who? You. They try to blame you. How dare you guys be broke and not be able to pay the promises they make? How dare you? And then when you want a place at the table, look what happens. Threats, vandalism. I know one of these candidates who's challenging Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish signed a petition to boycott 100 of your businesses. Shame on Mahlon Mitchell. Shame on him. Shame on Tom Barrett. I've never seen such a contradiction, folks. I watched the debate the other night with Tom Barrett and Governor Scott Walker, and I saw a man up there. He could not dance away from his record fast enough, by the way. That was some amazing dancing. I saw a man who's promising to do for everybody what he couldn't do in Milwaukee. I'm trying to figure that out. So he says that he's going to do everything for the state of Wisconsin that he did not do for his own city. That makes so much sense to a liberal. No, if you were looking for a difference between Tom Barrett and Barack Obama where it concerns jobs, there isn't any. He wants to run the state of Wisconsin into the ground just like he did the city of Milwaukee. I looked up, I've been researching Tom Barrett's record on jobs and education. My gosh. Yeah, it takes 1 minute. 1 minute. His city, and you all know this, I'm preaching to the choir, one of the highest rates of unemployment in the state of Wisconsin. Education, when they tested 4th and 8th graders in Milwaukee, 88% of them tested on one of the lowest rungs of the national ladder in terms of academic achievement. And he's trying to campaign on that? That's the change he wants to campaign on? Yeah, I didn't realize that he had such a problem with jobs and surpluses and saving the state money. No, that's Tom Barrett's record. That's Tom Barrett's record. And then Mahlon Mitchell. This guy, I saw an interview with him. He didn't know Wisconsin's corporate tax rate. It's pretty embarrassing when you go on national television, Mahlon Mitchell, and Greta Van Sustren's got to give you the facts about the state that you're running to represent. He just started voting in 2008. I don't get this guy. Says he's inspired by Barack Obama. What's inspiring about this guy? The fact that here women on Barack Obama's watch, almost 1 million women have lost jobs on his watch. There's your war on women right there. Our sisters, our mothers, our friends can't get a job because of this economic policy, and then they have the audacity to blame Republicans? I don't think so. Facts don't jive too much with that. No, I just saw the other day the newest numbers, 8.2% jobless rate. That inspires Tom Barrett and Mahlon Mitchell? That's what they want for Wisconsin? You have 7% of the workforce here that's trying to hold 93% of the population hostage. We are the 93%. There's your class warfare, Wisconsin Democrats. Ed Schultz is broadcasting from Madison today. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah. They can't get Barack Obama up here. They don't want him. He doesn't want to come anywhere up here because he's losing, but they'll have Ed Schultz come up here. No, I tell you, I come from union family. Private and public. And they work hard. I know how hard people work. I came from a lower middle class family. I don't need no Democrat up in my face sitting here telling me about paying my fair share or how, for whatever reason, the private sector don't work as hard. My husband's a small business owner. My family's military, farmer, and union. That's who we are. I know how hard they work. Nothing ticks me off more than to see some fat cat middle-aged union boss that don't even live in Wisconsin sitting here telling you all what he thinks you should pay and not giving you a voice at the table. That's not democracy. But that's the Democrat Party. I'm tired of them exploiting our working families. I'm tired of them exploiting women. I'm tired of people like that Pocahontas up in Boston. I guess she thought she drove a Jeep Cherokee, so that made her Cherokee. She went and got herself a dream catcher, so she's Indian now. This exploitation stops now. We are standing here with you, Wisconsin. I'm proud to stand with you. I am proud to come up here and talk about your fighting spirit and how hard you all been working in the Racine Tea Party here. My gosh, who said the Tea Party was dead? Of course, you know, if I was a socialist, Democrat, big labor boss, I'd probably be mad too. Bussing in thousands of people. They brought in 1 million people to sign these recall signatures and less than 650,000 voted in the recall primaries. Don't even have to be a registered voter to sign a petition to recall. I'd be mad too, spending millions of workers' families' dollars. Busting up the Capitol, causing $1 million of damages, getting on national television because you're sending death threats to Republican lawmakers and grassroots and Tea Party and everything else, and here they're behind in the polls. They're sellouts. They sold out the truth for a party agenda, and they weren't prepared for you. They were not prepared for you. They were not prepared for you to stand up and fight back and come out with signs and go door to door and petitioning. This is ground zero of the new American Revolution. This is where it's at. Well, I'm here to tell you, well, you all know this. They wanted a fight. They got one. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing, and you all are going to finish it on June 5th. They wanted a do-over of 2010. No, it don't work that way. You're going to make your voices loud and clear on June 5th. Debbie Wasserman Schultz said this past Sunday was a test run. I know, right? I know. I'm right there with you. Right there with you. She said Sunday, this is a dry run, a test run for November. You know what? She's right. All eyes are on you, Wisconsin. All eyes from the East Coast to the West Coast, from my home state of Missouri and my family in the Ozarks. Everybody has their eyes on you. Everyone is standing with Scott Walker and Rebecca Clayfish and Van Wangard and everyone else who is on the recall. You are going to take back your state. Keep